Hi YouTube, Fired Up Prepper here. Video for you today is with the word why. Why prep? The number one reason, and probably the smartest answer to that question that I've heard, came from a DVD. Actually, I don't have the DVD. I bought a digital download a couple years ago. And the name of this download, the name of this production was called Urban Danger. Probably the most incredible film that I've seen on maybe why to move to the country and why to prepare. But anyway, there was an ex-congressman on there who retired, and him and his wife moved to the country. And he said, the reason you want to prepare is because you want to be an asset and not a liability when SHTF happens. You don't want to have to rely on FEMA or your government to come rescue you, as was evident in New Orleans when the hurricane hit. And, you know, back then there wasn't a lot of talk about things that were going on and prepping and everything. And maybe if there would have been some more prepper talk back then, maybe some of those people would have been a little bit more prepared. I believe a lot of them were really caught off guard. I don't think a lot of them stayed in their homes and they were going to ride it through just because. There's a few of those people. I just think a lot of them were caught unaware, number one, of how bad it was going to be. The flooding is what, you know, got to everybody. But the lack of response from our government, the amount of time it took for our government to get there and start taking care of people and helping people and rescuing people, was just absurd. So when you prep, you're not just prepping for doomsday, end of the world, Armageddon. You're prepping for things like natural disasters, tornadoes, hurricanes, you know, whatever happens. So you don't have to be a liability and wait for the U.S. government, FEMA, Red Cross, whoever, to come take care of you. And we also prep so that we can help other people in case it does take too long for help to arrive, rescues to arrive. Someone comes knocking to your door, needs food and water. You don't just shoot them. You don't just turn them away. You help. You can't give everything away that you have. We know that. You got to take care of yourself and your family. So in your preparations, I'll kind of switch it a little bit here. In your preparations, prepare a little bit on the side for others. Maybe some smaller canisters of some type of, you know, food, maybe miniature bottles of water in it, whatever. First aid that you can give to people. Doesn't mean you have to take them in to your home. But prepare a little bit of something on the side. And I haven't done that yet. It's been on my mind, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to prepare, you know, you start out right? You just get started is the main thing. But they do make miniature bottles of water. There's all kinds of things you can get, like you can even get like the long-term food bars, you know, that are out there. You can put those in there. You can put something maybe to make fire with. You can put something in there for first aid. You know, they make kind of little tuna packets. I don't know how long those things last or whatever. I'm sure they last a long time, as long as they're in the right environment. But you get what I'm saying. Be a liability. I mean, be an asset, not a liability. When SHTF happens or a natural disaster, when it comes time for your preparedness to be used, you know. So think about that. Get down below, give me some comments. What are your thoughts? What are things that you think you can do to prepare and help other people? You know, one of the biggest things is, and you hear about it all the time, is community. You know, reach out to your neighbors, reach out to your community and say, hey, I'd like to do a class on prepping or whatever, you know, being ready for natural disasters or EMPs or whatever it might be. We don't know what's going to happen. We have an idea, and that's it. Can't say for sure an EMP is going to happen. Can't say for sure, you know, a tornado is going to hit your area, a hurricane's going to hit you, whatever it is, flooding. But we know things happen. So be prepared. Be an asset, not a liability. Help others. And get the community involved. Try and teach the community. You don't have to give up what you have stored as far as letting everybody know what you have. You don't want to invite thieves and thugs and marauders to come in and take what you have as soon as it happens. So anyway, why we prep is so that we can be an asset and not a liability. So we don't have to rely on Red Cross, FEMA, our government. We are okay. A minimum of, you know, 72 hours, a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, however long. You start small. You start with having enough to get by 1 day, 3 days. Buy extra cans of food here and there. Buy extra toilet paper. Buy extra water. You know, whatever it is. Start thinking about other things. Anyway, Fired Up Prepper. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Stay fired up, stay focused, and keep on prepping.